There are times where we actually have a bit of a story and we need to find our problem. Now, sometimes things go up and down, so we're not always adding. Now, I went to work with my big brother one day at the parking lot. 35 cars were in the car park when I arrived, 13 left in the first hour, 23 more cars entered before lunch, 38 cars left during the afternoon. How many cars were in the car park when it was time for me to go home? Well, it sounds a bit all over the place, so let's have a look again. 35 cars were in the car park when I arrived. They were in the car park already, so that's what we have to start with. So that's our first number. So when I arrived, there were 35. So let's write 35. 13 left in the first hour. So because they left or went away, we subtract. So we subtract 13. Now what we're going to do with this example is we're going to subtract as we go. 5 minus 3 in the units place is 2, and 3 minus 1 in the tens place is also 2. So at that point, there's 22 cars. So let's leave that number there for the moment. Now 23 more cars entered before lunch. So more means we add. So now we're going to add 23. But we've already got a running total, which is our 22. So we've already done part of the work. So we're adding 23. Let's add it to that 22. So as we go, we're already working out our answer. 2 plus 3 is 5 units, and 2 plus 2 is 4 tens. 22 plus 23 is 45. Okay, we've already got our answer up to that point. But 38 cars left during the afternoon. So when they leave, we subtract. We're subtracting 38. Now we don't have to do anything other than take the last number we worked out, which was 45, and put that up there, because we've got 45 cars and then 38 left. So 45 minus 38, well, you could work that out in your head, perhaps count up from 38 to 40 and then add on 5, or you could do it this way. In the units place, we can't have 5 minus 8, so we're going to take one of the tens and give that to the units. So we've now got 15 units, minus 8 is 7, and in our tens place, 3 minus 3 means 0, so there's no tens, so we can just write 7. So our answer to the whole problem is 7. 35 cars were there, 13 left in the first hour, 23 came along in the afternoon, or entered before lunch rather, and 38 left during the afternoon, leaving 7. Now if you're not comfortable solving it as you go, you could do it this way. Let's say the answer wasn't there. 35, instead of just working from left to right, you might like to pick numbers you think you can work with. Now with addition and subtraction, we can actually add these two numbers in any order. 35 and 23 is 58. So I've got that answer, and I'm going to cross those parts out. Now what I'm going to do is think, I still need to subtract 13 and I need to subtract 38. But I like the idea of 58 minus 38 because that's 20. I only have to think of the tens place. So that's the next part I'm going to do. Cross those out. And all I have left is 20 minus 13, which equals 7. And that's what we got the first time. So there's lots of ways you can actually solve the problem. The main thing is to get the right numbers and the right operators, whether you're adding or subtracting. So how many cars were in the car park when it was time for me to go home? 7.